Okay, so good morning and welcome to the 12th episode of MicroStation FireSide chat series. Today we are going to talk about the capabilities of MicroStation in using field data with historical information from maps and photographs for the virtual reconstruction of recreational areas and historical sites in the Dvina River Valley. Specifically the ruins of the Cockenhouse Castle and the surrounding area. This area is currently underwater, and the entire site is being used as a reservoir to supply to a hydroelectric power plant located nearby. The challenge is quite interesting and definitely worthy of attention. In today's session, we will take you almost step by step through the process of data collection, analysis, and use, to allow tourists and residents of the region to see what the area looked like a few decades ago. Let's move to next slide, please. Okay, so our guest today is Otto Lukss. Otto has over 12 years of experience in computer-aided engineering services. Otto works for MikroKods, an authorized Bentley reseller in Latvia. In his daily work, he organizes and conducts training on the use of Bentley applications. He also has experience in designing and implementing customized GIS solutions. During his career, he has contributed to the digital documentation of historical sites in Iraq, training civil engineers from Iraqi Ministry of Culture. He was also a member of the Latvian scientific expedition to digitally document the steppe pyramid complex in Josel. So, hello Otto, thank you for being with us. And yeah, I can't wait to see your presentation that you have prepared for us today. Also with us is Marta Kaczmarek, who is a MicroStation expert. She's very experienced in processing data from drones, scanners, and other surveying tools. Today, based on Otto's presentation, Marta will talk in detail about the possibilities of MicroStation that might be useful for you. Hello, Marta.
Hello.
Also with us today is Jędrzej Szwaracki, product sales engineer for MicroStation in EMEA region. Hello, Jędrzej.
Hello.
And I am your host, also sales engineer in EMEA. My name is Bartłomiej Zimmerman. So if you are interested in buying or testing the applications we are going to talk about today, feel free to reach out to us. And if you are from Latvia, you are of course welcome to contact MikroKods directly. And next slide, please. Just a few organizational things without further ado, and I will hand over to Otto and Marta. This is the live session, so you are welcome to interact with us. You can ask questions. We'll answer them during the session. This session is also recorded, so if your colleagues could not join, you can send them the link. They can register and get access on demand later on. And stay tuned. We'll inform you about after the presentation. We'll inform you about the upcoming events. And now handing over to Otto to continue with his presentation. Otto, the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. So I'm taking over from Bartjem, and I would like to Lukss, and we're also Bentley training partners here in Latvia and resellers of Bentley software. And I would like to show you one of our not so recent, but still actual this pilot project of virtual reconstruction of Daugava and Perse valleys in Koknes city in Latvia, where we used historical data and then maps to create virtual tour for this area. So this historical background is that this valley and then the power plant in the 1960s. So this once famous like tourist attraction site was lost because it's nowadays it's reconstructing it virtually using modern technologies and all the data we can gather for this period before hydroelectric plant was built. For the project, we chose territories because we later would like to visualize it in Lumen RT. It has a restriction about this area. Now this restriction is lifted, so we can actually use much more like territory now, like 60 kilometers. Also, there was some objects which were captured by 3D photogrammetry, like castle ruins, which are still standing, and some objects which were lost were modeled manually using 3D solid modeling tools in MicroStation. And for some specific event, historic, there was like this photo gallery made, so tourist visitors could capture these events which were once popular. So the data we used are historical topographic maps, historical photographs, including aerial photographs. We have also statewide laser scanning data available for whole country as open data, so we can use parts which are like ground scans. Yeah, we can use it to recreate the height map. Also, we acquired the bathymetry data from sonar, which was also processed as point cloud, so really available. And reality mesh of existing objects, which was acquired using drones and processed in iTwin modeler. So also we can use it in this workflow. And from putting all this data together, we can recreate a terrain model on which we can build this whole virtual tour. So this process in Bentley Descartes, it looks like this. You take the area you would like to work in, then you can reference in some background data, in this case like Bing Maps, to get the idea of location. Then we mark the clip areas which are changed historically, like the stadium was built later on, so it doesn't need to be in this model. There is also Garden of Destiny, which is new built, so it also should be clipped out of the final mesh. So we mark these areas, then we can switch on historic background. This is from Luftwaffe aerial photographies, which are available in United States Archive. So it was also processed in the iTwin modeler to create orthophoto, which really helped to mark out location of river, of some historical objects like this castle ruins location and waterfall location. Also, some historical maps were used. These are Soviet secret topographic maps, but not secret now. But we also used to trace some contour lines and roads which were needed for this final model. And there we can compare that this topographic map differs a little bit from this aerial photo, for example, this river. So we can adjust depending on this input we have. And when we also use the point cloud data, then we can reference it in and use as background. So we have like bathymetry data processed as point cloud, and LiDAR data, which is also available as point cloud. And we can reference both in, and actually they fit really well together. Even that there is like time difference when they were acquired. And as point cloud, we can switch the presentation. If it's colorized point cloud, we can use RGB colors. If there is classification, we can show classification or intensity data, yeah, or colorize it using elevation data. But for in this case, we have like red, it's ground data, and this green, it's from bathymetry data. And when we have prepared all the input data, then we do processing using relative mesh attachments. We create a new pre-SM terrain model and reference all these lines, contours, and point clouds all together, and process this terrain model. And then we can add additionally some 3D mesh from reality mesh, and later export it to LumenRT for visualization, or create a live cube from this model. Yeah, it's actually MicroStation or Descartes have as companion product. You have LumenRT, which you can use for later visualization. It's free addition to MicroStation, so it's easy to do. So the workflow looks like this. Yeah, we have reality mesh from drones. We have recreated this 3D mesh. Then we create a terrain model using Descartes tools in MicroStation or Descartes software. Then we reference all data together and later export it to LumenRT and create visualization or render the final animation. So one model, it's which is still standing. It's old medieval Koknese castle ruins, which we acquired using drone. So we can process it like a model. Also, as we have this mock-up model, which was interesting just to put in this wall scene to like visualize how it maybe looked before it was demolished. Yeah. So it's also some interesting byproduct from this project. And the final animation, what was recreated in LumenRT, where you can lower this water level and reveal this historical valley of Perse River, and recreate this virtual world, and then do fly through or walk through in this world. Actually, it's available locally in this tourist information center as a live cube, yeah, which can any walk through this scene and look around and then get this feeling how it was like 100 years before. So actually today nowadays it looked like this, yeah, but we can pull the cord, lower this water level, and then it's much easier to grasp this like lost scenery. Another object which we recreated just recently, it was a modeling of Koknes and Newcastle. It was completely lost in 1950 after it was bombed in World War I, and it later was not restored and was crumbling away until it was later demolished. So there is, as you can see in lower right corner, yeah, it's how it looks today. It only like some parts of basement and nothing really left from this castle. But it was once it was really nice castle. So one of attempts which we tried was to reconstruct it from historical photos, black and white photos. There were only like 12 usable photos. And actually we get some results, but it was like a failed attempt because we couldn't really get much details out of it. So yeah, it's this not really useful for historical photos because it requires to have known camera parameters, but we get really good results from aerial photos. I showed this Luftwaffe aerial orthophoto. It actually was created only from 6 frames. So it's created actually because we can locate some ground control points on nowadays even some road or other objects. We can really put it in coordinates and see this difference with today. Another work which was done by Riga Technical University, it was acquiring this castle ruins by 3D scanner in last year. So we can also get these dimensions of these ruins, and we have measurements from archive. It's from year 1992, so it's 100 years apart. So you can see this how it actually fits together with modern surveying and this historical surveying, which even use different units. Now it's meters. Previously it was in axis, so it also fits well together. So it's because there's this internal like rooms and are not known. It's only from these historical measurements. And the next step was to find the best candidates for using this manual digitizing of Koknes and Newcastle. First, you take this 2D photo, mark these details on a 2D photo, location of windows. What we did as we had these measurements, we can scale this photo accurately and do this first like step to get these proportions right. In this like front side, back, and so on. And after this first step, depending of input resolution, you can get this level of details. It's like arbitrary, but we could see it like starting from lower resolution to like higher resolution to achieve better level of detail for 3D modeling. It actually, this difference is quite high, because to get more details, it takes much more work if you do it manually. If it's not usable for automatic photogrammetry, then it's takes lot of work. We try to achieve like level 3 of level of detail, but actually it's because these historical photos are not detailed enough, we got to this level 1, so there is still room for improvement. And after we have modeled it in 2 dimensions, you can use 3D modeling tools and solid modeling to extrude these 2D profiles to 3D elements. So we get these walls, windows, and then you can later model it in more details using 3D modeling. And actually also we can check this that the scale and proportions are correct for this model. And after it's finished in MicroStation, you can do animation using MicroStation tools, or export this model to LumenRT and create real-time visualization. And here is one like comparison. We reference together this 3D model with reality mesh from laser scanning and drone photos, and we can actually see that there are still parts underground of this castle because it's not actually only basement, it's also first floor of this castle is still buried underground. So maybe there's some interest later to do some like excavation or to conserve these remains. And the final model was animated in LumenRT. You can add vegetation, trees, and textures to this model to recreate it in like real life feel. And we have also published this video on YouTube, so it's available for viewing. Like, and it's actually get really nice result. So that's one of ways how to do it. Okay, thank you for your attention. We have also some more reality mesh you can view online in our demo site, so you can check some more like pilot projects, and yeah, you can visit Cognese and see it yourself. So thank you.
Thank you, Otto. Yeah, thank you. Very interesting presentation, and very interesting connection between the new technology and the historical objects. So yeah, I think this was, yeah, your presentation was very interesting. And now now let's move to Marta's presentation, who will dive deeper into details of MicroStation in the context of what Otto just presented. And from my side, I also highly encourage you to get in touch with Otto and with MikroKods, especially if you are from Latvia or somewhere nearby. MikroKods is authorized reseller of Bentley solutions in Latvia. As you could see, they are professionals and really doing a good job. Marta, handing over to you.
Okay, hello everybody. I think it's really great that in MicroStation we can use MicroStation to see things which are not anymore on our planet. And I think Otto, that your project were very amazing, and we should learn from this. I have impression that you say everything about this topic. However, I will try in my part to make a little summary how Lukss workflow with reality data in MicroStation. So reality mesh is defined in Bentley application as 3D multi-resolution mesh model in 3MX or 3SM format. This is exchange format between Bentley Photogrammetry software. Today we call for this software iTwin Capture Modeler, but before we could know as context capture, but recently the brand changed. So after that, we can import model in 3MX or 3SM to MicroStation from iTwin Capture Modeler and use them and develop our project. And I prepare a short video showing all steps from attaching the mesh to possibility how we can use it. So we can see on the screen like the reality mesh is with really high resolution, and it's very slow, very smoothly zooming. The performance is very good. What we can do more, we can mask our reality mesh, and we can also clip reality mesh. So with this functionality, we can remove some part of reality model from the project, and now we can see like some references are already attached, and that's why before we removed the part of the roof to combine the new design roof with the reality data. So we can also manage different kinds of data, like for example terrains, and import a lot of formats like DWG and other models like FBX, OBJ, point clouds, rasters. The MicroStation has a huge possibility to manage different kinds of formats and data. And next part in the video is regarding the function to classify reality mesh. So we can have solids, or it could be also like shapes, and we can use this to highlight some part of our model. I think it was resetting. Sorry. Okay, so we are here. Sorry, one moment. Okay, so going back, so we are in with the topic classify the reality mesh, and additionally we can add item types to this solids or shapes, so we have more information like properties. So we have not only geometry, but we have also information about elements. So for example here, item ID or material or type of the window. And the last part is exporting the model with all references to LumenRT. And in MicroStation is for free. You can use LumenRT Designer. It is a little. It contains a little less function and, for example, graphics model than LumenRT Pro, but we can use this to create really great visualization, and at the end to render movies or videos. So like you can see on the video, we can add, for example, the water. So here is like a lake. We can add trees. We can also add some texture materials, which are which looks very photorealistic. And yeah, I recommended to start to use the Lumen RT because, like I said, it's the Lumen RT designer is for free. It's a part of the MicroStation, and it's a great way to show our project to the client and deliver deliver this like a very interesting visualization. So this is all from my part, and thank you.
All right. Thank you, Marta, for this summary. So we started with Otto with a project that was already delivered, and Marta has added some information about the functionalities of MicroStation. Thank you for this. So moving back to our presentation, Jędrzej, now it would be your part. I'm adding your screen to the stream.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your presentations. Yes.
Your screen just disappears for 1 second. It's back now.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. We have some issues. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to the MicroStation as a data integrator. In recent times, we had been witnessing a dynamic development of various type of softwares, and especially including the CAD software. With this come new opportunities to improve process efficiency and thus increase cost effectiveness. However, the digital revolution and digital design brings with it large and even enormous amounts of data. And it doesn't matter whether we are considering a small renovation project or the design of an extensive building complex, for example. A centralized working environment with ever increasing amounts of information can be just a game changer in this situation. And it is where our software comes to the rescue. MicroStation can act as a data integrator for all existing CAD and BIM environments. And we're talking from 2D drafting to 3D modeling to visualization, and from building design to civil engineering to construction management. MicroStation provides the basis for data integration, and in other words, it is a single tool to have one consistent environment. The main features of MicroStation data integration include, but of course are not limited to, following as we have support for over 70 interfaces to existing CAD systems, including as Marta stated, DWG, and can convert data between MicroStation DGN and hundreds of other formats. Another feature is that we have dynamic detection of reference files during transfer and automatic creation of links to databases. In addition, we have access to CAD files from mobile devices without the need for a native application. And this is made possible by connecting MicroStation to Bentley cloud services. I'm sorry. Yeah. And also by default, it is possible to view and mark up 2D drawings and reference files without additional CAD software licenses from other products. In overall, I think MicroStation is, it's easy to say, the best tool for integrating all available CAD and BIM data because of its powerful capabilities, collaborative features, ease of use, and continuous updates and improvements. Whether you are working on a small, simple project or a large, complex one, a MicroStation can help you manage and combine all your CAD and BIM data ensuring that your designs and drawings are accurate, comprehensive, and the most important for us, up to date. Yes. So this is the part about MicroStation as a data integrator.
Okay. Thank you very much.
If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us.
Thank you very much, Jędrzej. Indeed, MicroStation is a powerful data integrator. Even if your workflows are based on other softwares, you can use MicroStation for managing the whole project, tracking the changes, and you can use it simply as a data integrator for literally almost everything.
Exactly.
So, Jędrzej, could you please turn the next slide so we could continue? Okay. Yeah, these are the available resources, the places when you can learn about MicroStation. But maybe let me start with the QR code that is constantly visible on top right corner. You can scan it with your smartphones, and it will lead you to the landing page, the registration form for a 14 days free trial of MicroStation. So if you'd like to evaluate MicroStation, check how exactly it can help with your project, and check the possibilities, the capabilities of MicroStation on your projects, feel free. This 14 days trial will not cost you anything, and you can simply check what was already presented. So the YouTube channel and the Twitter is worth to track. Please move to next slide. In YouTube channel, they are specifically designed playlists with basic lessons on how to start with MicroStation. So it is a good place to start your adventure with MicroStation. Please let's change to next slide. I ask you to stay tuned. This is why, because now we are having 12th episode of MicroStation FireSide chats. In 2 weeks, the next episode is coming. It will cover the topic of data integrator. So what Jędrzej has started, let's say, and something special. The September 11th, there will be a live event in Riga, organized by MikroKods. So if you live in Latvia, or if you plan to visit Latvia in September, just book this date and visit MikroKods as they are in their event. The topics that will be covered is, I would say, the extension of what you saw today. They have in agenda the use of 3D data in architectural process, but also the use of MicroStation in digitally reconstructing the historical objects. So more of what we saw today. Please, let's move to the next slide. More QR codes. Again, 14 days free trial. If you had no time, or you did not have your headphone by your hand, just smartphone by your head, just scan the QR code now, and you'll be moved to 14 days free trial landing page. Let's move forward. And important information for all of those who work with other softwares. If you are interested in implementing MicroStation into your workflows, there's a good opportunity until the end of September. You can take advantage of the discount and lower your price of annual subscription by 20%. And for perpetual licenses, we can offer you 30% discount on your purchase. This offering is addressed to all of the companies that have other softwares, and you work on other softwares. I will not name it here, but yeah, you know what are the other CADs available, other 3D CADs or 2D CADs available on the market. So if you are interested and if you want to start your journey with MicroStation, yeah, reach out to us or to MikroKods as Bentley's authorized reseller. Yeah, let's move forward. And here are our contact details. And with this slide, I would like to thank you for being with us. Thank you for attention. If you have more questions, contact us. Me and Jędrzej, we are sales engineers in EMEA region. So from wherever you are in the region, feel free to contact us. We'll advise you the best as we can and support you with your software purchase. Thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, next Fireside Chat in 2 weeks, and have a nice day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.